It's actually crazy how much money real estate photographers are leaving on the table simply because they don't know how to charge for the value. They don't know how to maximize the opportunity with every single project. And so if you're a real estate photographer, I want you to do an audit of your business. Out of the last 100 shoots that you've done, are you actually consulting your projects at the highest level, helping inspire agents on what they can do with each listing to maximize their reach, their exposure, as well as the potential invoice for your agency? Because that's exactly what you're gonna learn in this workshop. Most creatives, they underprice out of fear, not facts. And I'll show you the best way that my own agency and other agencies in real estate media have positioned pricing and structuring to packages to command way more from every project. And we're gonna teach you how to consult at a deeper level, asking the right questions to draw out the right motivation. So agents either buy around fear or fortune. You have to paint the fear. What's it gonna be? Either spending $500 more on this package or potentially missing out and losing their next listing presentation because they don't have the right marketing in place. And also fortune. What type of opportunities lie on the other side of getting 10,000 eyeballs on this video, potentially 50 or 100 eyeballs? What happens if you do so well in the marketing that there are 2, 3 other homeowners in that local area saying, hey, Mr. Agent, you did an amazing job marketing this property. I want to give you all my business. Helping the agents that you serve see both the upside and the potential loss is going to allow you to charge for more. Without further ado, welcome to the workshop, Pricing Strategies That Maximize Revenue. Welcome everyone to the monthly ACRE Partner Mastermind. Today is a special topic, one that we have often been asked about. How do I get my pricing right? And so this mastermind is on optimizing your pricing strategy. There's a lot that I put into this, like years and years of consulting experience, including like myself getting consulted by other industry leaders. And our whole goal is to help you understand how you can increase your revenue and make more profits. And so the one goal of this mastermind is for you to walk away with one strategy to increase your revenue and profits by 20% in less than 2 months. And so hopefully you can find one gold nugget and take that gold nugget, apply it to your business and see actual tangible results. And then give us a shout out if you make more money, right? And so also my goal is to help everyone here improve your relationship with money. I feel like for a long time, money's like this taboo topic. Even growing up, it was tough to have that conversation always with my friends or my family about money. And our goal is to make money in abundance, and a topic that's fun, to discuss on how we can make more money, because more money equals usually more value that you're providing your clients, your team, and what you can take home to your family as well. I like this quote: the single most important decision in evaluating a business is pricing power. If you want to understand how valuable your business is, it's important to understand like how much power you have to price your products to where you want them to be priced. If you decide to either increase your prices or you decide to present your products in certain ways, how do you get the most? And that's exactly what we're going to go through today. We're going to have a Q&A at the end, and then also some Q&As throughout. So what are some results that you can create if you do this well and do this right in the near term? You can increase your revenue by 10 to 20%. You can create more margins to scale. I think there's a lot of us who just get started and we want to price super competitively all the way down to like free photos to just get started in this industry. But what worked for you to get to the 10K, 20K is not going to necessarily work for you to scale to 50, 100 and beyond. And that's $100,000 a month. Also, if you price correctly, you're going to be able to pay your team better. There's going to be a possibility where you can have enough margins where if your team is asking for a raise to X amount per hour or a $70,000, $80,000 salary, you can confidently come back and be like, yes, I can pay you that for the value you're bringing, or potentially even 6 figures. Another result that you can create is getting paid more to do less work, and also getting better clients and less complaints. All of those, which I think a lot of us during the busy season would love to subscribe to, but just we haven't gotten the confidence or the clarity on, hey, this makes sense for me to do. So why is pricing important? Once again, profit margins, having a competitive advantage. For those who aren't familiar, like, it's not about just like pricing, but like how do you create an advantage from your pricing to be able to have those margins to reinvest into your business. You look at most successful companies like Apple, the reason why they can continue to be innovative is they've priced at a premium so they can continue to reinvest. You look at some of the more successful companies like Studio 910PB, I'm sure you're familiar with, as well as some of the industry leaders. We don't price necessarily to be the cheapest. We price to have a competitive advantage, which means we can pay our editors more and get a better product and attract better clients. Another reason why pricing is important is resilience. Having enough pricing power to create long-term value in your business where you can survive the winter times and the slow season. Another opportunity is positioning yourself in the market more competitively and increasing customer perception. So they see you not as a Walmart, but they see you as a Target. A Target, I would say, has a lot. They're able to charge more because the perception is it's a more quality experience. You know, there's less weirdos at the, you know, at Target than at Walmart. And so let me ask you, everyone here, a question, and feel free to like raise your hands if you want to answer or just shout it out. What would happen if you increase your pricing by 10 to 20%? Let's do like a quick round. Like who here has thought about increasing their pricing by 10 to 20%?
Pull this down because I guess something right here was
That's perfect.
lined up. Is that good?
Yeah. I mean,
Hey, Joe.
this...
Hey, Adrian, can you manage the audience? We can hear like Joe or someone.
Yep.
I did an increase.
Cool. So anyone want to volunteer? What would happen if you increase your prices by 10 to 20%? What are some questions you have? What are some concerns? And for those who might have done it recently, what are some anecdotes you have?
I did an increase at the beginning of the year. It equated out to about 20%.
And how did that go for you?
Making more money. Sales dollars, bringing in more sales dollars this year. Less transactions on some months, but still maintaining the same numbers in the worst case scenario. But actually beating out numbers from every single month. This month is on pace to beat out last year, same month. So it's done great overall. Yeah, it was scary as all out to make that kind of a jump. But I'm glad I did it.
So your prices went up and your revenue and number of projects went up. So that's really awesome to hear. It sounds like you rode a wave, like you already felt like you got momentum, and that's a great time to increase prices. And sounds like you maybe took a little bit less of the odd jobs as well. You pressed yourself out of some of the shittier projects. Is that true, Corey?
Yeah, so I mean, I've always had, I still get, like today, I started today off with a trailer that was, that I shot just 35 photos on, and the next job after that was a job that's going to be priced out at 3 mil. This custom home. So, I'm all over the map when it comes to it, but I have pricing set up to where my a la carte pricing, they can get like 15 photos for something small like that trailer, or they can get something, super extravagant for their $10 million property, whatever it is. So I'm trying to, there's always better things that I can do. I've always felt pretty good about pricing, like my packages, but I just need to start climbing and keep climbing. And my plan is to, at least 10% increase every year over year.
Awesome. That's great to hear. Anyone else, Nick or Aaron? Have you guys thought about increasing your pricing recently? Why or why not?
So this is Nick. I I think I spoke to you a few days ago. So I had been with another company for 3 years, and this is my first year full time. Actually, I'm in my third month full time. My pricing is going really well, and in the last 3 months of being on my own, I'm at 28,000, which is great. Um, I will say I haven't had a single complaint, which um, maybe tells me that my prices aren't high enough. Um, I'm with Corey. I'm an a la carte. I go by square footage. That's square footage, and it varies in the services that I'm providing. So I can go from um, a 600 square foot condo, or or smaller, all the way up to, I think the most expensive property I did was like 12 million. And I think maybe next year I'll do a price increase because I have a good client base right now, but I'd be interested to see how the clients I have now, who I've developed really good relationships over the last few months, how they would react to an increase. Because I think
Awesome.
if I get less business, so be it. But if it's less business for more money, and it kind of evens out, and then I can build on that, because if people pay once, then pricing isn't an issue.
Yeah, that's great to hear, Nick. Thanks for sharing.
You
For
know,
those who are
real
larger
quick.
agencies, like Jenna or Paul, or even Joe, like I know you guys are doing 50 to 100K months. Like, have you guys gone through a pricing increase, and what does that look like for the rest of your team, and how does that affect the business, and how does, like, maybe some quick lessons on like mindset and approach? So if you learned a few things, there is so much more that we teach around sales. This is something that I am obsessed with because for me, it's a sport. It's something that I want to forever get better and better at. And I actually paid sales coaches this last year $12,000 for 3-4 months of coaching, and I continue to invest in sales and marketing training. So if you're interested in getting access to this full workshop for you and your team, so you can start making way more money, you can start taking your average invoice that's like $200, $300, $400 and take it all the way up to $500, $600, $800, $900 per order. All you got to do is click the link in the description and you'll get access to the first workshop, and you'll start getting paid what you're worth.